Folks, this is Diane calling you from my home office in Paradise. And I want to talk to you about what's going to happen with careers and jobs in your future in this crazy, uncertain time. All we know is everything's going to be different. A lot of people are losing their jobs. New jobs are happening. I've talked to some people who said, oh my God, with the stock market the way it is, I won't be able to retire for 10 more years. And other people said, I'm sick and tired of it. I'm leaving. I'm done. So I wanted you to think a little bit about, as we're all locked down in our houses for 30 days, and do some soul searching about what it is you want to do when you grow up. And think about what your options are. Most of us don't realize we have options. I'm a little bit older, maybe a lot older than a lot of you. And so I'm fortunate that I can earn Social Security. So Social Security, when you get to 62 or 65, becomes this little blanket, security blanket, that gives us a base of income. Now, I don't know anybody who makes enough in Social Security to live comfortably. It is your foundation for what else you do in life. And in the States, the average Social Security, I think, is $1,300 a month. You can't do much with $1,300 a month in the States. Whereas you could come to Paradise, where I live, and on $1,300 a month, you could probably survive and live pretty well. You won't be having a lot of prime rib dinners, but you could share an apartment with somebody, or you could have a little. They have apartments here for one-bedroom apartments for $400 a month, and that was at the old exchange rate. You could probably, when you're bringing your money in at 24 pesos to the dollar instead of 18, that's probably $300 a month for living. Or I recommend that people consider get a 2-bedroom place and have a roommate and share the rent, so that you could have a nice place like I have and end up paying $300 or $400 in a split apartment. So there are options that you could live better on Social Security in a developing country, or a country like Mexico, which is very well developed. It's not a developing country. We have everything. I've taken you to Costco in Cancun, and I've taken you to Mall of Americas, and even my local grocery store. This is not a developing country. This is a nice country to live in, where you have just about everything you need. But you could live here on a white sandy beach like I do for your Social Security check, which you certainly can't do in the States. So I want you to think about what you would do. Here's an exercise that I give some of my clients, and that I've talked about in my book, Reinvent Your Career, Beat Age Discrimination and Land Your Dream Job. I think it's back there. And I want you to think about what you would do if you won the lottery today. If you won $10 million, not $1 billion, $10 million, what it would do to your life. And I want you to do it. This is a visualization exercise, okay? I want you to visualize and say, okay, I won the lottery. I go in, I get my check. I want $10 million. Okay, what are you going to do? We all know you're going to go crazy. You're going to party. You're going to celebrate. You're going to give money away. You're going to go out on a world tour. You're going to buy that fancy new car. You might buy a new house. You're going to give money to the kids, right? You're going to maybe pay off their mortgages. Of course, you're going to pay off your mortgage and then maybe leverage that into your dream home. You never have to worry about money again for the rest of your life. But you're not so rich like Mark Cuban that you have to invest it and manage it and run companies. Just you have enough that you and your family can live comfortably, and you'll never have to worry about money ever again as long as you live. So what would you do with your time? You know, you can picture that first giddy week where you go out and do all these things, and you buy these things, and you pay off bills, and you give gifts. And then maybe the second week you give gifts to the church and to your alumni association. You share the generosity or the boon that you've had. And then the third, you go and do some personal things. You get gorgeous. You get go to the spa. Maybe book a worldwide cruise whenever the world comes back together. But you figure out all those fun, tangible, material things. And then I want you to start thinking what you're going to do day by day in month 2, and in month 3, and in month 4, and in month 5, when all your friends are back working, because they didn't win the lottery, only you won the lottery. So all the people that you know are still working. They're going into the office or staying at home and working. But it's not the same. Money has been driving us for so long, has made us make decisions, hard decisions that we don't even think about. I have to have a job. I have to go into work. I have to save for retirement. I have to live here. That if you're free of worrying about making money, think about what you could do with your time. And maybe you'd want to set up a charity for whatever your passion is. Maybe it's a dog rescue. Maybe it's an orphanage, or it's a home for unwed mothers, or it's a wildlife rescue. It doesn't matter what it is. What is your passion? Maybe you want to set up a school for the arts or a dance academy for people. I want you to think, what would make your heart beat faster if you didn't have to make money doing it? And I don't want you to be bored, because so many people are bored because they haven't figured out what their passions are, and they have focused on money so much that they don't know what to do if they didn't have to work. So I want you to picture yourself not having to work and figuring out, what do I want to do with my talents, skills, personal resources, my passion for the rest of my life? And then I want you to think about how you can convert that into your future. You and I still have to work for a living. Let's face it, I'm working for a living. I can do it living on a white sandy beach. I have it with my computer, which I'm sitting at, my phone, and that's all I need to have my career. So I've shifted a year ago my career to totally online, that I can do anywhere in the world. So I want you to think, are there ways that you could live the lifestyle that you want while still making a living? And I want you to consider, today, remote working has been just transformed. Everybody is remote working today. You no longer have to go into an office, and maybe you never want to again. So I want you to be doing some thinking about how you can live in paradise, how you can reinvent your life to live how and where you want when our world comes back together. So, just as a suggestion, spend these next month that we're all locked out in-house thinking about what you would do if money were not an object in your life, and start taking steps to moving towards that. Find your passion, find your mission, find how you can give back to the greater good. And it's a great way to start and to use this time that many people are spending, cleaning out closets and playing Scrabble and rereading Harry Potter. Use this time to do something constructive in your own life and figure out what it is when you want to grow up. And if I stop working so hard, maybe I'll finish my book, The Grown-Up's Guide to Running Away from Home. It's partially written, but I've got work things that keep getting in the way of doing my passion, which is writing. But maybe you'll find out what your passion is. If you'd like, share your passion down here below. Tell me what it is. If money were not an issue in your life, if you had all the money that you had to live comfortably forever, how would you invest your time and talents and energy to make you happy and to do good for others? So I'd love to hear your thoughts, and we can talk a little bit more about this. Sorry, this is a little bit more serious than riding the bus or listening to live music, but kind of that's where we are today, right? This is Diane Huth, and I'll talk to you soon. And thank you so much for following my page. I love it. If you would like, please share it with friends, because when all this is over, we're all going to be able to live better and be able to reinvent our lives and to run away from home if that's what you want. So thanks for sharing. Bye-bye.